We will rock forever.
Try to hold us back, to hold us, try to hold us.
Yes, 2026 in full effect, and this week I've put together an episode of THT Radio, which is the informal version of the Terrible Happy podcast. I do have some amazing Terrible Happy podcast interviews lined up for the year. However, this week I thought I'd start with a celebration of 25 years of the Belco Bowl Jam. It really means a lot to me, and it means a lot to many people. It's a big episode. It's an event that has somehow managed to become both a cornerstone of Australian skateboarding and one of the most unhinged, fun, community-driven, globally recognised weekends of the year. It was started 25 years ago by Matt Chamberlain, aka Potty, and Scott Brown, and the legacy they've created runs deep. Potty has always been the kind of person who prefers to stay behind the scenes, quietly working his ass off, keeping the wheels turning, and making sure the event survives and evolves. And 25 years on, he's still very much at the helm. True to form, Potty declined an interview for this episode, not out of disinterest, but because that's exactly how he likes it. No spotlight, no hype, just doing the work. I guess that's the most Belco thing of all, really. Now, I had a lot going on in my head with this. I had a few things that were popping up in my mind, and I just decided to actually write the intro down for this episode. I never do that, so I'm actually going to read an intro that I've pre-written. I usually just freestyle it, but it means a lot to me, so here we go. The Belco Bowl Jam started the way the best skate events always do. Grassroots, local, and built by people who cared more about skateboarding than profit. Long before social media, long before live streams and content creators, this was an event you heard about because someone you knew and trusted said, "You've got to go to Belco." And if you went once, you usually came back. Over the years, Belco has attracted some absolute legends of skateboarding. We're talking about figures who helped shape the culture. Dorfus, Todd Webster, Mike D, all sadly no longer with us, but forever part of the DNA of this event. Internationally, Belco has welcomed icons like Lance Mountain, a name that needs no explanation. And if we fast forward to more recent years, modern day powerhouses like Tom Shah, who keeps showing up from year to year, it really demonstrates the significance of this event and how it transcends generations of skateboarders. However, Belco has never chased names, in my opinion. It's never been about selling out or scaling up at the cost of its soul. Despite increasing corporate interest over the years, the Belco Bowl Jam has stayed stubbornly proud and grassroots. It's still skater-run, community-backed, and focused on doing things the right way, not necessarily the easiest way. And what it delivers is unmatched. 3 days, 3 full days of skateboarding, partying, music, chaos, connection, and yes, the infamous leg wrestling, which may or may not be more dangerous to hamstrings than actual skateboarding itself. And here's the part that genuinely makes Belco unique on a global level. There is no other event in the world that legitimately combines a street jam in the streets, bowl and vert, all in the one weekend, and it does it properly. It's not watered down, it's not tokenistic, it's fully committed. Added to that, the fact that the local government literally lets skateboarders take over the streets, and you start to understand why Belco isn't just an event, it's somewhat of a cultural statement. It's what happens when a city backs its skate community instead of fighting it. And from what I hear, the city loves it and the subsequent revenue it creates for local businesses. That level of trust, access and freedom is rare, and Belco has protected it for 25 years. So, for this episode of THT Radio, instead of trying to tell the whole story myself, I'm doing a series of short phone interviews with people who are the Belco Bowl Jam. You'll hear from Jim Fowley, one of the key event organisers. He's the steady hand behind the scenes who helped guide this thing through years of change without losing its identity. We'll talk to Luke Brown, one of the official event photographers, the guy who captures Belco's history, freezing moments that would otherwise be lost to time and hangovers. He has also been the event director at various stages over the years. We'll check in with Jesse Noonan, street MC. He's the voice, the energy, the chaos controller, the chaos creator. He's the flute-playing Pied Piper of the streets, keeping the street jam loud, loose, honest, and on schedule. And we'll finish with Cons, an absolute icon of the event. He's a big man with an even bigger heart, and if Belco had a spirit animal, it probably looks like Cons. This episode is about legacy, it's about community, it's about what happens when you build something with intention and protect it long enough for it to matter. So whether you've been there since the early days or you're hearing about the Belco Bowl Jam for the first time, this one's for you. This is THT Radio celebrating 25 years of the Belco Bowl Jam. So let's make some calls. All right, let's get Jim Fowley on the phone. Jim is one of the key organisers. He puts in a lot of hard work and he's going to share some of his favourite memories over the years and maybe some, tips and hacks for having the best weekend possible down at Belconnen. So let's get him on the phone. Here we go.
Shan, how you going?
Jim Fowley, mate, you good?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Great, dude. So good to get you on the phone. Listen, man, I'm doing an episode and I'm checking in with people to hear about their most memorable Belco Bowl moments. You're one of the key organisers. What would you say stands out for you over the years of being involved in the event?
In terms of a moment or just in general or?
Mate, both. Give me both.
All right. Let's start with a bang, right? Why don't we just start with my favorite moment of the whole entire thing, right? It's not even in the bowl too, so it's got to be Nixon Osborne's Triple King 50. Like from an outsider looking in, so if you're not from Canberra, you've just seen a Triple King, right? And it's gnarly, straight up, right? But if you grew up in Canberra, that rail was the holy grail, right? That was the rail where if you skated Belco and you went to Belco Mall, you walk up and down it every single day and you're grinding with your board and your truck's going, imagine if someone could do it. And, Lizard King in the early 2000s had a crack at board sliding, made it down to the last kink, didn't make it.
Who was that? Who was that?
Lizard King.
Lizard King.
Yeah. Lizard King in the kind of early 2000s. So board slide, which is pretty gnarly. And then, in the lead up to that year, we kind of, start to think of some wacky ideas and we wondered if we should put a bounty on that rail. And I DM'd it to a few of the rail chompers we knew were coming just to plant that seed. You know what I mean? You can't put them on the slope. And who did I DM it to? I think I DM'd it to Gabbers, Bob Pace, and Nixon. And for whatever reason, Nixon just grabbed onto it, man. And he got down the Friday. He posted on a story dropping in from the second kink and then it came time to do it, and it was insane, man. That blew my mind. Like I'm a 40-something-year-old frumpy dad, and not much, gets me excited these days. And you can see me in an orange hat. I'm like standing on the stairs and I'm squealing like a girl, man. That was like the little schoolgirl. It was amazing. So, it was a big question to start with, man. That was
Mate, I try to hit people hard early,
Yeah, no, but that by far. So I'd thank you to Nixon for doing that, man. That was a moment for all of us. That was insane.
Dude, I remember when I seen it, I was just like, oh my God, there's no way anyone's doing this. And when it happened, it just melted everyone's faces. We're just like, are you kidding me? Like I still blow out at it, so.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. And the dude even tried it on a BMX there as well. And he absolutely That guy, I can't remember his name. He's a good BMXer too. Like he's tried that a few times, and he's kind of almost landed, but he slammed.
Hasn't done it. Interesting, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, but that's the one for sure. And I guess if you're gonna talk in the bowl, I don't know. There's been so many good ones. You know what I mean? Like those early jams in the kind of mid to late 2000s were really good. That was when it was just like a really kind of underground jam, you know what I mean? Just Aussie skaters, no internationals there. It was a good core group of guys. So that was probably a highlight for me, you know what I mean? Getting in there and skating in those kind of early ones, that was cool.
So it was pretty grassroots then, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny too, because it still sort of is grassroots, if you know what I mean? Like we're kind of forced to do it a bit, you know what I mean? Like it is this big 3-day event, but you know, it doesn't happen without people helping out. You know what I mean? So like, you know, if everyone got paid their worth, it wouldn't happen. Let's just put it that way, right? Everyone gives mates rights. Everyone trying to chits in, whether it's, you know, from an artist to a band or something like that, right? So when you're kind of forced to do it at grassroots and call on mates for help, then that's just what you're forced to do. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
Do you think that's what's kept it authentic over the years?
For sure.
The fact that the community and skateboarders are pitching in to help and support it. Like no one's getting rich off this thing. Am I correct?
Yeah, absolutely. No one is. So, and that's 100% the thing that's kept it authentic, where none of us who organize this thing are reliant on it for a paycheck, right? So like we've all got jobs. If this thing fell over tomorrow, we just go and just do our day job and we go, oh yeah, that was cool while it lasted. Like no one's paying their rent from this. No one's doing everything. So that's a good position to start with, where like, if that's your primary goal is putting on a good event, then so be it. Right. And, you know, we've been asked to, you know, realign and join it to some sort of like Olympic point ranking system. And we're just like, nah, we're good. You know what I mean? You have it right here. So, yeah, don't mess with a good thing, right?
I mean, I'm like fist pumping here, dude, hearing you say this stuff. It's beautiful. But, you know, it's 25 years of Belco this year. So do you think what you're saying is responsible for keeping it relevant this long?
Yeah. I think so, for sure. You know, it always comes back down to, you know, the people and, you know, the support that you get to do it. Like even, you know, without sounding kind of lame, but like we got a really good relationship with HT government here, right? And they back what we do. And that's pretty rare where like, you know, we're a local government, which is equivalent to like a council or whatever, right? And they back it. They want it. They want to see it happen. They want people to come down. They've helped us out with some grants for the grandstands and stuff like that, right? So like just stuff like that. And, you know, we have that pretty good relationship. And even to the point where like we've told them not to, or the Canberra Skateboarding Association has told them not to do any maintenance in the bowl and just to like let us do it. So like if there's anything in the bowl that needs fixing, like the skaters will do it. And then if we need their help, then, you know, Woody and the team at CSA ask them. Like it's pretty cool, you know what I mean? So that relationship and everything just kind of helps it going. So that's like, definitely why it's been going for 25 years.
So it's a bit of give and take, right?
For sure. And it wasn't always like that, you know what I mean? Like it started in the early days, you know, there's some venues around Canberra that didn't want us in their doors, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, you got stink, you drink too much, and now we're the cash cow of all these venues, right? We just come in and they're breaking revenue sales on the nights and the weekends, and we're like, all right, well, you know, things change, I guess. So that's a cool one if they change.
So that's an amazing story in itself. Like every year I go there, especially on the Friday night and the Saturday morning street stuff, I'm always blown away that the council is allowing the use of these public spaces without any problem, because anywhere else in Australia, it would just be shut down. It wouldn't be allowed at all. So,
yeah. And it's tricky, but it's good. Like, yeah, they back it. It's awesome.
It's rad, dude. So can you share a bit of a history in relation to your involvement with the organisation of the event?
So, well, I was a punter day one. So, you know, 2001 when the first one, when, you know, Potty and Scott and all those boys were putting it on, I was rocking up, I was skating in them. So, and then, you know, I think the sort of mid to 2010s when Luke Brown was doing a lot of them, helping him out a little bit, but he was the main guy on that. And then when Cons, bless his heart, was getting his ones going on, and, you just got to try and keep Cons aligned and go like, oh, mate, try and do this. You know what I mean? Like you go and ask like 3 shoe sponsors to sponsor it, and you're like, you probably only just have one shoe sponsor and one board sponsor. You know what I mean? So I've been there since day one, but then, from kind of 2020, when we hit 20 years, we sort of went, we should do a big one, you know what I mean? And, let's mix it up a little bit. And that's when Potty had the good idea to do some street into it as well. And then once we did some street stuff, it just brought in this whole new demographic of skaters, man. And it took off from there, right? So there was there was just more interest, right? It wasn't just a bowl comp. It was, it had street and it had bowl, and now it's a fucking 3-day event, man. And it's got all 3 of them. It's got vert on it. And the guys coming are, they're pretty wild and pretty good, right? And I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you know any skate events in the world that do like actual street, bowl, and vert, and it's all just like a big golf weekend? And leg wrestling, don't get leg wrestling, but it's all just out there. So it's pretty cool.
I always always compare it in my mind to the Copenhagen Open, but really it has way more than the Copenhagen Open, right? Like Copenhagen Open is just a street. It's a street party, really.
Well, and I remember those old ones. They had vert and they had like a street course in, in like a setup, like a skate park setup, right? But like we're actually skating in the streets, and sometimes we've got to put a kicker here and all that sort of stuff because we're just limited for spots. But yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't think there's much like it. So if there is, good on them. Like it's kind of hard, but sprinkling a bunch of parties and music and some stuff, and it's all good times.
So rad. I mean, the vert ramp is such a amazing addition to it too, and it's a world class vert ramp. So it's attracting world class vert skaters as well now.
Absolutely. So, and it's the same dimensions as Tony Hawk's ramp as well. So. That was one of the things when we did the vert last year. A bunch of the vert skaters who, not from Canberra, they kind of went like, yeah, it's a vert ramp, but like, what are the dimensions of it? And if you can just say, oh, it's the same as Hawk's ramp, then they go, oh, cool. Yeah, I'll be there. You know what I mean? Because people build vert ramps, but they're not, the proper ones. So yeah, it's good, man. And that should be pretty sick.
Like it gets them on that airplane to come over. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Dude. Listen, this year, 25-year anniversary event in February. What can people see that'll be different or elevated this year compared to other years, past events?
Well, we like to keep an element of surprise, Shan. Okay, so I can't give you too much.
Let us know. I want to know.
No, but we like the street spots and stuff. We do kind of keep that one under wraps a little bit and let people know the kind of morning of and stuff. But as far as the whole weekend goes, it's a 25th band, so we want to raise the bar bigger and better. And it starts, so even that Friday night, that will be a good one. So we've got the world premiere, the Belco video microwave playing. And I've been chatting with Azar about that, and he said it's off its head. So that's going to be really, really good. And then on that party, we've got Frenzel Rome playing as well.
Yeah.
So like that will be pretty cool to see those guys. Free gig in Verity Lane in Civic. So it's in
the laneway.
In the laneway. So it's going to shut down Canberra. It's going to be pretty cool. So again, this is this comes back down to our for better or worse, how we run the thing, but it's all just, it's free, right? So you come and you rock up. We're not charging tickets. There's no VIPs. Like no one gets a VIP wristband, nothing like that.
No wristbands.
Everyone's the same. Yeah.
The wristbands.
Everyone's the same.
The wristbands are so symbolic of, I don't know what, corporate interest. I don't know. What do you call it?
and the lanyards. But the other thing that we're doing good this year, which I think you might be across too, we're trying to get a live site up and running for the actual bowl jam itself. So it's a good problem to have, but we have too many people coming down to the skate park to watch the bowl jam. So like we have grandstands, but with so many people have to get turned away because there's no spots to view it, right? So what we're doing, we're going to we are going to get a big screen over at the pub at the beer garden right next to the skate park at the Lighty, and we're going to stream it from the park live right to the Lighty. And want to do like some giveaways and do some meat raffles and stuff like that to try and make it a bit of a vibe. So those two things will probably be the cool, big changes, and other stuff with skating, and we're getting some good rumors about riders coming and tours and all that sort of stuff. So it should be pretty good value.
Well, that's one of my next questions. Like, can you share the names of any confirmed visiting pro skaters we might see at the event this year?
Indy's doing a tour. So Independent Trucks US is doing a tour, and that's stacked, man. That's like, they have Grayson Fletcher, Tom Shaw's coming back. Roman Pavic is coming back, and I think Rune's coming back with I think he's coming back with someone else, but I think Monster is also bringing a team, Volcom's bringing a team, so there's going to be some heads there, and like the kind of cool thing is, like, this is the third year that Tom Shaw is going to be there, and we think, it says a bit for the comp, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you have these guys wanting to come back to it and going like, I had fun last year, then, that's a pretty good sign. You must be doing something right. You know what I mean? So, we've heard some whispers, we've heard some rumors. It should be pretty good.
Do you think there'll be a flow on from the SLS event the weekend before? So the Sydney SLS the weekend before. So do you think some of those street league guys could show up for the street part, hang out?
I think so. I think so. Like, we saw the kind of the dates and went, this is going to work in our favor, hopefully. You know what I mean? I know some of the kind of touring brands, they can justify sending more people out, is what we've been told. If they can kind of go, Sydney's on this day and then Belco's on this one, they can kind of hang out. So we're hoping that is the case, and we wouldn't see why not. But if you want to get into any of those dudes' DMs, just flock them. And I've been messaging them and telling them to punch in Belco into their GPS and
dude, I love you said that. Yeah, if you're out there, go and start DMing him. DM Chris Jocelyn, everyone. Come on, he's going to be here. Let's go. He'll tray flip the library set, eh? No. I shouldn't. I'm making the call, Chris. If you hear this, anyway, listen.
Well, that got tray flipped already. That got tray flipped a few years ago.
Yeah, by Lenny, right? Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, he'll big flip.
Absolutely crazy.
He'll big flip. Yeah. Listen, I'm going to wrap it up soon, but what advice would you give to a first timer at the event?
Just respect the town. Respect the town. Respect the park. Don't ruin a good thing. Don't bring your aggro. You know what I mean? Like, just park all that at the door and come have a good time. You know what I mean? Because again, going back to it, we got a good thing going on, and it can only get ruined by people being dickheads. So just come, have fun, clean up after yourself. We have people clean up as well, but just respect the park, respect Canberra, and don't trash it. And have a good time, man. Should be rad.
Dude, there's a good message to end on, Jim. So it's been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to see you down at Belco in February. Is there any last sort of shout outs or things you'd like to say before we end the call?
No, just we'll be seeing you guys there. So just come along. 25 years, still going strong. They'll be doing something right. So let's get there, and let's hope that Cons can win the leg wrestling again. You know what I mean? I think he wants to come and get his belt back. So go Cons, you got him.
See, I think the Mankini ruined it for him. Like, I think it held him back. I think it was too much.
Ask him about that when you chat to him. Yeah. If you talk to him about it, ask him about that. You know what I mean? Well, he thinks that G-bangers is his superpower. So let's see.
Nah, man, far out. Don't have dinner before that because you'll be sick seeing that. Anyway, dude. Yeah. Listen, Jim Fowley, everyone, absolute legend, event organizer of Belco, and you. See you, Jim. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, man. Talk soon.
All right, next up, going to get Luke Brown on the phone. Luke is a prolific Australian skateboarding photographer. He has been an organiser of the Belco Bowl Jam over the years. He's been involved in it for many, many years. So let's get him on the phone to hear his most memorable moment over the last 25 years of the event. Here we go.
Hey, Shan.
Yes, Luke Brown, dude. How are you, brother?
I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Great to get you on the phone. So thanks for your time.
Oh, it's a privilege, mate. Thanks for having me.
Sick. Listen, mate, I'm doing an episode. I'm checking in with some key people to hear their most memorable Belco Bowl Jam moment as we celebrate 25 years of the Belco Bowl Jam. So I'm going to hit you straight up, mate.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you straight up. What would you say your most memorable moment has been over the years?
Well, mate, there's actually a lot. It's pretty hard to think of a single epic moment because there's been so many. But I guess just as the original bowl jam at the old skate park, which is those earlier years. So I moved to Canberra in 2003, so I missed the first couple. But those first years, like 04, 5, 6, 7, being a part of that as well as shooting photos and stuff was the most raw, I guess, for me. And that was when Potty from skateboard.com.au was running them, and then later Potty moved to Melbourne, and I took over running a few bowl jams at that point. And so I guess local guys and stuff were always a standout. Guys like Todd Webster, RIP. Jim Fowley won Best Local for a few years running there, and that was always rad because we were good mates. And just anyone skating in their paddlers like Dorfus, rest in peace Dorfus as well. I remember Renton skated paddless a bunch as well, and I think hit his head quite a few times when doing that too. But that leads me into, I guess, my most memorable would probably be running the 2010 Bowl Jam, and Lance Mountain came out to that. So that was obviously he's an absolute legend. Super down to earth guy too. Like there's no fuss about him. He's just 100% genuine, and just seeing him skate. So I'm a similar age to what he was then. So I think he was 46 at the time. And he did a frontside invert over the channel, which got cover of Skateboarders Journal. But yeah, just being there and just being a part of that, because it was a special 2010 event as well. Lance drew this original art on the back of his shirt too, and he was just like totally a part of it. So yeah, that's definitely a standout for me. Yeah.
Dude, such a good one, mate. Because Lance Mountain was my first ever pro skateboard, my first ever proper skateboard. It was the Lance Mountain Bonite Powerwall Peralta.
Wow,
and I remember,
that's sick.
I know, and I didn't go to that event, but I remember seeing it just like so amazed because back then, even then, we're like, oh my God, he's so old, you know.
And he's still killing it. Like, what an inspiration, eh?
I know, mate.
Amazing.
It just goes to show, right? Like we can draw this thing out if we look after ourselves.
Yeah, that's it, eh?
So maybe you could share some background about yourself in regards to your involvement with the event, like aside from being a contest director occasionally over the years, how else have you been involved?
So I've always been a bit of a documenter as well. So back when the forums were huge on skateboard.com.au before social media kind of took over, there was the ability to kind of, blog and capture stories and interviews and stuff like that. So that sort of grew into I've always shot photos as well, and been a designer and stuff like that. So shooting Belco has always obviously been a passion. I'm probably more of a transition skater than I am street skater. So bowl skating, particularly like old concrete bowls and transition stuff, DIY is like pretty special to me. So I always looked up as well to Dave Pang, who's like an OG Canberra photographer, which people would know of, and he's probably captured the most Belcos out of anyone. So yeah, I've always been shooting, and these days that's that's all what I'm focusing on. I've sort of pulled back from running the events so much, and I'm doing more the design and media side of it now, which is really enriching, because I guess when you take photos of people, you're sharing that moment with them, right? And as we get older, we can't rip as hard as we could when we were younger, so you get to share in, people doing stuff that's amazing, even though you can't do it yourself. So that's pretty sick. Yeah.
Dude, I love that. And have you found as you get older and the longer you do take photos, I mean, one thing I've learned with photography and photos is that they increase in value as the years go by. Do you find that?
For sure. And one thing that I really learned, looking again, just mentioning Dave Pang, he always takes the portraits. And I wish I just sat people down more and said, hey, man, can I just take a quick portrait of you before we shoot this trick or whatever, because people age and people disappear and stuff and they're special moments. And I'm trying to do that a lot more now because, just capturing people as they are at the time is really important as well as the trick. So, yeah.
Well, dude, it's so important what you do, and you're one of the best to do it, in my opinion. So, keep going, and thank you. Before I do wrap it up, I just want to ask you, the event is 25 years young, and last year I noticed it was literally the biggest crowds I've ever seen there, and this year is set to be huge as well. Can you maybe share some advice you would have for someone attending the event for the first time?
Yeah, for sure. Well, now we're seeing stuff happening at street spots and things, which is insane. If you're there and you're a newbie, just have a look at the trajectory of the skaters, right? So there's got to be a run up. There's got to be where they're hitting the spot and the rollout and stuff. So don't stand too close. Don't stand there with your glass container and drop it so that it smashes or spills stuff everywhere. Just be courteous of everyone. But I guess just use your common sense, right?
Yeah, dude. Good one.
Think about where they're going. If you can get a good vantage point, get up high. That's a good idea too. Yeah. Nice.
From a photography perspective, I don't know if this is controversial. You're an official photographer of the event, right? There's only a few of you who have that role. What do you say to a budding photographer who wants to come in and swoop those angles?
Just talk to people, man. That's what I do. I say, hey, mate, can I sidle up to you? You know what I mean?
Okay. Don't just stand in front of someone else trying to get the angle.
Yeah, it's pretty hard when everyone wants that fisheye angle, right? And sometimes I'll just pull back and shoot long lens if I can see there's a couple of guys already in there. But, it's insane. I remember Toa and Rome hitting that big rail at the library. That was insane, man. And that was just lined with people all the way along the stairs. Just be careful if you're stepping out in the firing line. Be prepared to, jump out of the way so that you don't get hit and you're not blocking other people. But it's just like anything, right? You just be cool. Just talk to people.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Just talk to people. Hey, it can just mitigate so many issues, dude. I love that you said that. Yeah. When that rail jam went down, I was sitting right behind you. I got the best vantage point that day. I went and got over there early, and I sort of missed some of the other stuff to sacrifice for the big rail. And I was sitting right behind you, and I remember just going, man, Luke is getting the best photos right now.
That was insane to witness, man. Just the level of skill involved. I've taken people to that spot over the years, and the amount of stuff that just went down in a short amount of time was mind blowing. So really keen to see what happens this year for sure.
Because it was Rome obviously was ripping, and then that footy guy, the guy in the footy shorts, just out of nowhere, frontside board slides.
Yeah.
It was just such and this is, I think, the magic of Belco, because things like that happen, some random dude. And then his backstory was he rode his bike there from Queensland or something.
I heard that afterwards, yeah. He was just on this bike riding mission and did a front board and footy shorts. No worries, mate.
So sick. Well, anyway, Luke Brown, everybody. Mate, big love. Can't wait to hang out at Belco this year. You.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one. Thank you.
See you, legend. right, next up, we're getting Jesse Noonan on the phone. Jesse runs the street events at Belco. He's a character. He's a master flute player, amazing skateboarder, and all-round top bloke. Here we go. See if we can get him on the phone for a chat about Belco and his best memories.
Hi.
Yes, Jesse.
How are you?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm great, mate. I'm great. Thanks for the call.
Listen, man, it's so good to get you on the phone. Thanks for your time. I'm doing an episode in which I call various people to share their most memorable Belconnen Bowl Jam moment from over the years. What do you got for us?
Oh, shit. That's a tough one to be put on the spot about, but I think my most memorable moment was definitely last year when I watched Lockie Abbott smash his head, knock himself out. All the teeth come out of his face. A split second later, I got hit in the gonads and got dropped myself. So that was one of the gnarliest experiences of my life. But one of the best ones because it was the most humbling because, you always got to be ready at Belco, baby. You can't take it for granted. You can't think you're safe in any moment. And I did, and it got me. It bit me hard.
How'd you get hit in the nuts? How'd that happen?
Well, it was raining and the boys were ripping the Skull Candy mini ramp jam. Lockie tries to do a tail drop off the highest extension section they set up, and I knew it was a bad idea when I seen him up there. I told him it was wet, but he didn't give a fuck. Hits the ground, wheels slip out, head on the ground, teeth come out, board straight to my nut. I'm on the ground. We're both seeing stars. Lockie was a bit worse off, but at least I already had the two kids beforehand, so I'm all good.
So it was Lockie's board that hit you. Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it happened in a split second. It all just happened. It just happened quicker than you could even think. And then watching the video replay on that one is definitely, you can definitely break it down crunch by crunch.
Dude,
nut by nut, tooth by tooth.
So gnarly, hey? And he had he's barefoot as well.
Yeah, Lockie's got to be one of my favourite skateboarders and definitely a highlight skateboarder at Belco Bowl Jam.
Yeah,
for sure.
what do you love about Lockie? What is it in particular that draws you to him?
I love the fact that he is just balls to the wall every single second of the day, whether he's on the board or if it's off the board. He's got a tin in his hand or he's going max, and he is the epitome of what I think Belco is. And he goes bigger than anyone, and you got to be watching your back when you're around that guy. Some boards flying all over the place.
Dude, hell yeah. So maybe you could share with us, for those that don't know, what's your role down at Belco every year?
Okay, yeah. So the last 5 years I have been the street MC. So I'm on the ground. I am moving across all the street events, moving from spot to spot, helping corral the crowd, but also giving out heaps of cash and helping decide who takes home the majority of that cash on the day. So picking tricks out with the boys and bringing the hype, trying to give some of my flavour on the street sessions. And some people love it, some people hate it, but fuck it, let's roll, baby.
Nah, dude, everyone loves it. I've watched.
There you go.
They do.
I was too super compliment.
Dude, you got my compliment. I love it. No one does it better, in my opinion, and it definitely gets the crowd hyped. I also I want to talk about the fact that Belco has just grown exponentially. We're in 25 years of Belco. Last year was the biggest crowd I've ever seen. And, when you're managing large crowds, what kind of advice would you give to someone who's going there for the first time?
That's a really good point to bring up. If you are a new spectator to the Belco Bowl Jam for the 25th anniversary, I would just suggest staying back a little bit. Don't rush in. Come in and get a feel for the vibe before you get too close, because the boards are going to be flying left and right. And that's what happened to me. I got rinsed right in the gonads. So if you don't want to get your gonads or your girl-nad kit, just work out what's going on before you get too close to the action. Just come in, assess the situation before you get in the action.
Yes, sir. Assess the situation.
Stay back a bit if you can help it.
Dude, you got to.
It's hard though, because everyone gets their mouths all sweaty. Belco's like a big bag of salt vinegar chips, and you can't get enough of it. So you want to be right in there, but it's not always the safest place to be.
You're right, dude. You're right, you do. And everyone has, you have to watch out for your gonads and your girlnads. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
You know, after that incident with Lockie, like shortly after, they actually, Lockie had his incident, then they closed the ramp because it was too wet. Someone else tried to drop in and knock their two front teeth out from the roots, dude. Some random guy. I don't. And
But Lockie did his teeth as well.
Yeah, two in a row.
So Lockie did his teeth.
Yeah,
It
I've seen
wasn't
it.
Footy Guy that did his teeth in, was it?
No, dude. I mean, let's talk about Footy Guy because I think that epitomizes the magic that happens at Belco, and I feel like you kind of named Footy Guy.
I think. I
named him.
don't know.
Or was it
for sure.
Amy?
I feel like I did. I might have. I can't claim that 100% on record, but I feel like I might have named him Footy Guy. I just fell in love with the bloke. He'd been riding across Australia on his push bike, and this. Someone might correct me. This might have been day 128 of him riding across the country. Accidentally lands in Canberra at Belco at a contest and goes, I got no money. Fuck it. I'll try front board the 15th there. I was shitting myself when I saw him rolling up to that. I had no idea that he could actually skate and almost did it first shot. And then, he became a hero, the Footy Guy. He's like an enigma. Hopefully we get a return of the Footy Guy for the 25th anniversary. That would be unbelievable.
Dude, Footy Guy, if you're out there, we need you back, and we need we need your shorts to be more footy, more short, and
We're
just
sending the Belco back signal up into the clouds right now for the Footy Guy. Where are you?
Footy Guy. Dude, you named him. I was there. I remember. I seen it. I was like, you were the first one to go. It was you and Amy. Like, you might have said Footy Guy, and then Amy was like, yeah, Footy Guy, and then it just escalated. It was so sick. But, I mean, it was in between. Like, let's not forget, it's in between, like, Rome Collier, frontside cooking the 15. Are you serious?
Mate, it's Belco is such a melting pot of talent, You've got the top of the top, Street League-esque,
Yeah.
unbelievable talent like Rome Collier. And then you've got the local legends that no one's ever heard of rolling through and going, hello, I can dance with the big boys too. So you're getting it's a really interesting scenario, It's like, it's something you've never seen. And not every competition allows top level skaters to be on the same level as the local legends. And that's the thing about Belco. It's an even playing field. You want to come and shoot your shot? Jump in with the big boys and see how you go. There's no like, you didn't qualify for this, blah, 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 blah. You're like, you want to rip, you're in.
Dude, really, really good
You
point.
got footy shorts on, you're even more in. Let's go.
Yes, dude. I'm wearing footy shorts this year.
Yeah, I'm wearing a T-shirt.
No, don't. Cons has got that going on with the leg wrestling too.
Oh,
I think
so the first time I ever went to Belco, I was 18, and I ended up staying in Cons' shed, and that's when I got a lot of hairs on my chest that first year, and hopefully the hairs keep going because I love Cons. He's an idol of mine.
He is, yeah. And then, okay, is that where you grew your first chest hairs? Is that what you're saying?
I think I grew my very first chest hair in Cons' shed when I was 18.
Dude, I love that. I love that. Man, it's so amazing. And like I said, it's so great seeing what you do. And if you're out there, you see Jesse hyping the crowd up. He needs you to get hyped with him. So scream and support what he's doing. It's so rad. Listen, Jesse, I'm going to let you go. Keeping these phone calls short. I've got a few more to make today. Brother. But any final thoughts or shout outs you want to make, mate?
Look, if Elijah Bell's going to be there this year, I'm not sure if he's going to come. I'm going to take you down this year, baby. Leg wrestling. You took me down last year. It's not going to happen again. So if you show your face at Belco, take you down, Elijah. Dude. Come on, you can't beat this shit. Come get me, baby. Leg wrestling. Let's go. Woo.
All right, next up, I've got the man himself, the Belco Bowl Jam icon, the hairiest man alive. He's a lifer, absolute legend. He's the heart and soul of the event. It's Cons. Let's see if I can get him on the phone. He's hard to track down. He's actually hard to tie down. Busy man doing his thing. Here we go. ringing.
Hello.
Yeah, Cons.
Hello. Where you going? Hey.
How are you, legend? Listen, mate.
What's up?
I'm doing a little radio show, THT Radio, just checking in, celebrating 25 years of the Belco Bowl Jam. Just want to, get some of your reflections.
Well, you got to call the mayor, don't you, right?
The mayor. Mate, you're the mayor.
I love that one. That was a little dig at Steeler. Well, I'll get it in. Early.
Nice one, mate. You got it in. Listen, how'd you originally get involved in Belco back in the day?
I just so when I moved here, I'd only been in camp for 20 years. And when I moved here, they were just sort of doing a beer jam. They had a few big ones at the start. They were real big. Everyone loved them and that. They're hardcore as shit. Then when I moved here, so just a few old dribblers just going down there, doing a few tricks and sharing some beer and shit, you know what I mean? So then around that time, I don't know, I think Luke Brown started them up or did some stuff and that, and then he got burnt out or whatever, and then I started doing a few on my own and just like small shit and that, RJ was coming and that. He was like the Lord, he's like the Lord of the Lords, that dude.
Yes, sir.
And then so the very first memory of ever going to one was unreal. I just moved to town, had heaps of tattoos. CLO was not quite covered then, and I was at the bowl jam. He wasn't talking to me much. And then I hears a bit of a commotion. I see CLO smash a stubby over this dude, Jez's head from Queanbeyan. Going off his head he was and that. And they hadn't spoken to me all day, being real coy, being real, cool man. And then he smashed a stubby over the dude's head. And then I think it was Jim or Monk, someone tried to calm him down. And then he goes, I'll kill you as well. Went off with his mates and that. That was rap. And then he just walked past me. He goes, welcome to Belco, cunt. And then just kept walking and just left. And that's what he said. So after that, it was I was like, Belco, it's not bad, eh? This dude's even trying to kill his good mates. You know what I mean? That was my first experience of Belco. So I don't really have I was thinking about it today, I don't really have a favourite moment or any of that. My favourite moment, I guess, is, I'm more along, heaps of dudes go, the skating, whatever and that. I'm more along the lines of we just get to see all the homies and that, and the friends and that. So that's another year we get to see everyone. Whereas then, some people don't get to see them next year or whatever and that, you know what I mean? So that's, because not everyone can travel as well. So it's a perfect spot, I think, for, Melbourne crew, Queensland, Adelaide, everyone, Perth, whatever, all to meet up in the middle, you know what I mean? It's an easy way that everyone can stay connected by coming to the one spot. And I think Jim and Scott Brown and the association, the dudes that are running it now, that's what it's all about. It's about just continuing to have people come to it here, because then you can see everyone you need to, everyone you need to see, you can see in that one spot for the year just about. You know what I mean? You can do one trip, bang, you see everyone, you know what I mean? So that's probably my favourite thing about it, and that's probably my favourite moment about it, And the transition for me is different dudes coming to different different years. I've had different dudes in the shed and that, you know what I mean? So I'll take up the shed now. I've got the shed up here.
Let's go.
So, we got I've got different dudes coming to the shed, since the start, because I've been, going to it for 20 years or something. So, and just over that time, different dudes coming to the shed, and the crew that's coming now, and, all the crew that's been here and that, and they all just when they come into town, they come here, you know what I mean? So I look forward to coming every year.
What's the most skaters? What's the most skaters you've had staying in your shed?
Oh, fuck, we've had a lot,
in one time.
We've had a lot, probably one of the older ones and that, the earlier ones and that, where it was just just us running or whatever, and that I think a lot of Melbourne crew would have came up for that and that, and when the Queensland crews come, they always hit pretty hard and that. But which is being it's funny as well that I do have so many people stay here and that, because as I've got older and got off drugs and things like that, my OCD and just my head, made me not hate having people stay here. I love it, and everyone knows that, but I'm just real fussy cunt. I hate people sitting on my toilet. I hate people fucking with me shit. You come out the backyard, I hooked up an outdoor shower for the boys. Look at this shit.
Yeah, no,
we got an outdoor shower here, right? Because then you got a barbecue, a shed, a fridge, right? Toilet down the road, and a fucking shower there. What else do you need? You know what I mean? So then that way, so I separated it from my house side. that Gab doesn't want to get pissed off by all us fucking drunk idiots all weekend and that, so we just don't bother her, and then we get to do whatever we want, you know what I mean? So it works well for both of us.
Mate, so good. But you know what? Like, I'm just wondering, like, where your leg wrestling workout space is. Like, where do you train? Like, where's your training space for the leg wrestling? I can't see it.
Yeah, no, like, fucking, that's the thing, eh? Like, how's this? That's what I was telling you about. Old fucking chicken leg Woody, mate. He's fucking, like, he's training all year round, right? He's, like, just fucking, imagine, like, he told me he had a punching bag, right, that he used to karate kick, and it had my face drawn on it. Like, that's how fucking much he wanted to beat me and that. Like, he had a picture of me on the thing, and bang, kicking it, like, for an hour each day for 6 months. And then he rocked up. You should have seen the size of his legs, right? Like, I hadn't. And so when I was a champ, when he beat me for that first belt, I was cocky, I was in full cocky mode. I'd won the year before at Bowl Jam, right? And then in the city one behind the church, the boys and that. And then hadn't done another leg wrestle for the whole year until I leg wrestled him. Not one practice, mate. And he smoked me, embarrassed me and that. And I fucking... very disappointed. So I
don't think it was the Mankini last year?
Well, a little backstory behind Woody as well is he's like one of the only men to beat me. So I've only been beaten by maybe 3 men, I think, in my career. So it's not a bad career so far,
Didn't Omar
not like not that I'm fucking putting light of it. He shouldn't have beat me at all. I'd rather be happy to down. And there's been a couple of cheekies in the shed. We won't go in there. They know who they are. A bit of a claim of fame for them, actually, I think. But anyway, but I don't know. I'm going to have one more tilt at it. I enjoyed doing Omar last year. So, just a little sneaky, quiet one between mates as well. We've got a call out going this year on someone. So we've got a little sneaky call out coming for that. So we're thinking about someone else because I embarrassed Omar really, if that's all the best he had, you know what I mean? So what was priceless about the outfit I wore last year was like when I turned around, right, and saw Omar's face, never forget it. His face was like total shock, eh? It's like, what the fuck is Tom's wearing, mate? Like, damn. And see, that normally only comes out amongst all the boys as well. Like if I'm up the river or something like that, up at Murray, we're fishing, we're camping with the boys and that, damn, geez, I'm in all weekends, you know what I mean? But selected few, like that was out in front of everyone. So
was it a psych out strategy? Psych out strategy.
Yeah, it didn't really. Oh yeah, it did work. It didn't end up working on Woody, the little fucker.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I feel like it was restricting your movement. I'm just saying. Like I was in the crowd and like Omar and everyone else.
Yep.
I was pretty shocked when you took your pants off. I won't lie.
Oh well, yeah. How did this happen? A good one, eh? You oh yeah, you didn't expect it. Yeah, well, that's good then. That's
all. Are you
right.
Go again? Like same thing, same outfit this year or what?
I don't know. I'm fucking not too sure. Yeah, like I still haven't settled on it yet. So we'll see how we go. I just think it's a bit boring. So I might be able to like mix it up a bit. You know what I mean? But what do you do? Almost like it's hard to go. More shocking than that.
Can't
but
go back.
Yeah. We'll figure. It is a bit of an outfit for me. We'll suss it out though. Hey, still got a gnome collection here. Look, I collect gnomes. Look.
Yeah, dude.
A bit of a tool, mate.
So
what? Like, picture off down in a skip bin. Look at this shit.
That's actually pretty right, eh?
It's got a boom half hanging out. Skip bin fine, mate.
Mate, that could be a spray. That could be a spray on a pano.
Benny loves this one, eh? Found this one in a skip bin. Where's that? Oh, this she's over there. Look at that one. She's a beauty, mate.
No shit. Look at that, dude.
Victoria, yeah.
Far out.
She's in the art corner.
So wait up, you're an art collector. You're an art collector. You're a gnome collector.
I've been doing a lot of art lately. Yeah, a bit of art flowing out of me and that. Like this bike, it's a bit of art. I'm
like
fucking,
creative cons.
Just doing shit, mate. Yeah. Fuck, you do weird shit when you're on too much gummies, eh?
Gummies. But
sometimes
they seem like they're working for you. Look, you're creative. You said you're the best truck driver in Canberra. That was like what you said in our last conversation.
Yep. I am, yeah. So,
Anyway.
But that's what Belco sort of is to me, and I think it's more like catching up with the homies, and that's why this year I'm going to just fucking make it more about the homies as well, and that, because it's not so big as well, all the parties and everything and that. Sometimes you've got to breathe and that, I guess.
Can I ask you a serious question? How do you feel about the size of it now, personally?
Size of it, I fucking love it. I'm not like some dudes who just think, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
You can't control that anyway, you know what I mean? Like, we can't. I think so if there was no money and shit like that, say there was no sponsors or anything like that, we'd still get a fair crowd, you know. Maybe like a lot of the young kids wouldn't come, a lot of the fucking whatever, you know, fairs, whatever, but we'll still be there doing it.
Yeah.
And still all the homies that come, like the real dudes from Queensland, Brisbane, and all the young kids coming through that love it. You know what I mean? That'd be there as well without the money and that, mate. It's the best fucking 4 days in the calendar.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're starting off this year with Dave's Hangs as well, like art exhibition. So
Hell yeah.
it's at Art Civic Bureau in the city and that. And Pangy's got his 60th exhibition going, and he's got like he shows his 20 or 30 of his best artwork. There's going to be skate decks up there for, you know, with some of his favourite artists, like drawing on them as well and stuff like that. So, dude, it's going to be a fucking rad start to it, you know what I mean? Just because, no one Pangy's fucking unbelievable, mate. Like, we all get to hang out with the dude and that. Like, what a legend, mate. You know what I mean?
His
like,
legacy's insane, dude.
Hey, the ripper, mate. Like, he's still fucking skating. He's 60 and he's still skating unreal.
Yeah.
Frontside grind and Belco and skating the vert ramp and fuck that, mate. And he's going up to, like, Strongbow and mountain biking. Like, he's pretty fucked, you know?
Sick.
It shows, like, it shows on your body when you don't take drugs at all, eh?
Listen, another question.
Can't find me terrible out.
Another question. I want to see the camera.
Did you go to Summon that?
Did I?
Yeah.
Nah. How was it?
Yeah. It was unreal.
I know Lockie
Fucking
Abbott's
unreal.
went down. I was talking to Lockie and he said he had a sick
I've
time.
seen Lockie came round. Yeah. I've seen Lockie and that. Yeah, we partied here on the Friday night or whatever, the first night he got down here and that. We had a party here and met his brother and that. Then they came here and that.
Yeah.
And then, I just went in with my kids and that.
Sick.
Fucking toured around for 5 days. You know, that's another event as well that, you know, it's not the same. All the fucking locals go, oh, it's not the same as it used to be. Not the same. It's fucking, who cares? Like, nothing's the same as it used to be. You know what I mean? And, like, why would you fucking want it to be the same anyway? Like, it's not, nothing's going to stay the same because if people see someone doing something rad, they're going to want to be involved in it. So then they go and get involved in it, and then it's going to change. It's going to fucking get some of their things. It's going to get bigger and that, you know? Like, turn into a bit of a philosopher in me, eh? Like, I just drive around in the truck thinking about the world and how it's going.
I love this, dude, and it's so good to hear it from you directly. And it's like an evolution. I guess the event's evolved, and you just got to embrace it, all right?
I hate dudes who go, like, skateboarding, you know, it's not what it is, and it's not what it is, you know what I mean? But it's something, and still, it's still like what it is to us. It's still the same. Skateboarding's still the same to me as it was when I first started. You know what I mean? It's no different.
Same, dude.
I don't want anything out of it. I just do it, and it's like our lives, and we've met all our friends through it and stuff. It's just part of our life. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just something that we do, I guess, isn't it? You know what I mean? And also to think, so other older dudes go, oh yeah, this young kid's starting now, fucking. You know, he's just in it for the wrong reason, whatever. Who knows what he's in it for? Or he's still probably getting they're getting enjoyment out of it, you know what I mean? And they're meeting people at the skate park, they're getting friends out of it, and they're going to end up with a lifestyle out of it because they'll be doing it now for their whole lives, you know what I mean, I guess. So, it's exactly the same, just different, you know? Same but different, isn't it?
Fuck yeah, Cons. And like you said, what never changes is hanging out, having a session with your mates. That never changes. But, and I guess Belco for sure. Belco is not the Olympics, and it's not. You know, there's no scoring. You know, real stringent judging criterias. It's just like if you're going to show up and throw down, you're going to have a rad time, right?
Yeah. And that's probably the only problem that the boys have faced, right? So since I was running them and Luke would have been running them or whatever, and that. Dudes could just rock up at Belco and just fucking just go, yeah, I'm fucking here. I've come here from WA, fucking whoever it was, and that, get their pad, jump in and have a roll in that. Now, because there's so many people, you know, the boys have had to like fucking do numbers or like, you know, sort of say, oh, this dude can't roll. Or like I think it's happened like where dudes might not have got in or whatever, you know, which is a shame because you don't want it like that, but that's just the nature of the beast. That shit can't go all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't have fucking 100 people in it and, like, you know, have some dude, like, it's great. You know, like, I understand it's great. Like, have a dude there that fucking just wants to get in. Like, and Jim and the boys explain to me, like, it's great to have a dude that just wants to get in and have fun with them and that. But do that in practice or whatever and that, and then, like, just leave. There's so many people there. Just leave it to the big show or the people that are putting on the show, I guess, as well. You know what I mean? That's what people want to see. It's something like that. But then there's plenty of opportunities for a skateboarder to to skate with all those homies and that, like fucking any time. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, the next day, whatever, they'll be back there, or the day before. Go to practice or something like that as well. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the things they struggle with. You know, but yeah, fucking
hell yeah.
Yeah, the boys do a rad job.
Dude,
The
hell
boys
yeah.
do a rad job. Like this hat.
Dude, yeah, I like
gave me this one.
Cowboy hat.
It's
a little bit.
white cowboy hats for summer.
It's almost
you know
like a Mexican cowboy hat, you know?
Yeah, well, white cowboy hats for summer and black for winter. My mate Brad told me that. I've got a fucking. I wore the summer hats. I broke it a bit.
Sick. You're sponsored by Pit Viper Sunnies, mate. Sponsored.
Me? Nah, just fucking. I just stole a heap the other day. Don't tell Lockie. No, they might be working me out a little deal. Maybe for Bowl Jam, we might be doing something in that. You know what I mean? So.
What do you mean?
With
the
like we might have part of me costume. You know what I mean? We were talking about costumes before.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, we might. You know, I'm doing high air as well, so that'll be part of my costume I use for that. I'm going to use for the walkout for the leg wrestling as well.
Can you bring back the fishing rod with the thong on it? Can you bring that back for
dude,
that?
I'm fucking stoked you said that. I like even more now because that's my favourite one.
It's the same, dude.
That's my favourite, dude. It's the best one yet. Like fuck, it was unreal. So I've come up with heaps of other ones and they won't let me do that. Like the best one, right? There's this one that I wanted to fucking do. Just while I'm talking, I'll show you this fucking thing that my mate Matt gave me for my birthday. Hey, 52, he gave me this. Look, it's a fucking Dickosaurus Rex, right? So it's a dinosaur, like a Penosaurus Rex, right? Check it out, dude. Full like laser cut, whatever they do in that, mould injection and shit, right?
It's like 3D.
So good, and I'll tell you a quick backstory. Just remember to remind me what we were talking about before I get sidetracked and I'll go back to it. Because I've already forgotten, right?
I got you.
So so I was walking down. I was walking to Moby Dick, my local pub down here one night with a few. I think one day we're going down for a few bits. Walked past Tipak's mini ramp, and there was a spray paint of a like a Dickosaurus Rex. So a ball bag with a dinosaur, you know, and it fucking made a dick and so it was a penis. So I fucking took a photo of it, and I came back and got the steel to tattoo it on me. See there?
Oh shit!
Yeah. Dickosaurus Rex, right? So then we're here that night in the shed partying and that. And my son comes home. He's got a mate, Caleb, with him, and I show him the new tattoo. And I go, check this out, boys. He makes best mate, or one of my good mates at the time, Caleb, goes, yeah, I painted that on there at the ramp last night. So they had painted it on there, graffiti, and the night before. We went past, saw it, liked it, took a photo of it, and tattooed it on my gut the next day. How funny is that?
That's hilarious. It's the best story ever. That's a 3D. That's a 3D printed Dickosaurus Rex, I think.
Yeah, that's a fair. So he got me. Matt Brown got me a 3D Dickosaurus Rex printed for my birthday.
Dude,
so rad.
It's amazing.
The skateboard crew up here is amazing, eh? Like all the homies and that. They're just an amazing fucking group of humans, you know. And that's why Belco works as well.
Yeah.
So Belco works in Canberra because fucking of the boys that are here and that, like all the Queensland crew and fucking, Melbourne crew and all that, they could go to some of those other jams and all that sort of stuff, and they're all rad as well. But they all know that the Canberra crew have just been fucking having fun and doing what they do, and they all know what they're going to get when they get here as well.
Yeah, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know what Belco's going to be like, you know what I mean? It's, just the skate community here. I think it's because they've all grown up together as well, so they all fucking like, all my homies down in Melton, because I grew up in Melton, born in Bendigo, and then skate with a few of them crew and all that. But we all move away, you know, everyone moves to spread away. But in Canberra, most of the dudes that grew up together skateboarding still live like 10 minutes from my house.
Sick.
You know, there's heaps of, they can all meet up like every week to go skating, which they don't because they're old flat fuckers. But
sick, mate.
They could, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So we meet up at the pub all the time, we catch up, we do go skating and that, we do hook up. But that's what I mean. Like, it's so easy for them to hook up. Like, all the homies in Melbourne, every time I talk to them, they go, hey, you seen fucking, you know, bar or whatever. And they go, oh, no, because I haven't skated with him for a month because it's an hour to his house or an hour and a half or whatever, you know. Whereas in everyone's close here. And that's what's been pretty special about the Canberra skate community, I think.
Yeah, it's strong. It's always felt strong down there, dude. Always.
I talk heaps when I'm on edibles, though. You think I was on speed, wouldn't you? But I'm not. This is me slowed down, eh?
I don't know, man. I think it's working for you. Hey, listen.
What was I talking about before I went to the Dickosaurus?
You were talking about the... Shit, man. Now I can't remember.
Should have wrote it down.
I'm not even on edibles, sorry. But it was good. But listen, I do have to wrap it up. Like, it's been sick. But I do want to ask you one last question. What advice would you give to like a first timer to the event?
Oh, shit. First time at Belco.
Yeah, what advice would you give to them? Let's go.
I don't know. Like, these dudes just come at the first time event, just go around and see everyone, I guess, and I don't know, yeah.
Okay.
Get wasted and have a good time, mate. It's a fucking free event, so why not? Hey, look, we're talking about today. The boys put on all this stuff, right? They got Friends Will Rhyme, they got video premieres, they got leg wrestling, they got all this shit, and we all get to go. You know, alcohol for free in some places and that. Art exhibitions, we get to go and experience it for free.
Yeah.
So I'd say, like, it's like a huge summer act. Like, summer act is a 4-day event. You have to pay, like, fucking $200 for a ticket.
No
you
shit.
know what I mean? And, and then it's fucking shit inside. You pay fucking millions for everything. Like, whereas in Belco, it's fucking free. So, yeah, just, I reckon any first timer just needs to go and enjoy it. And,
hell yeah.
Just fucking, if they see me next time pushing stuff, they fucking give me a hand.
You just broke up. You broke up for a second then. Say that again.
Oh, I said if they fucking see me pushing Sebastian by myself, make them like, give me a hand. If they see me pushing Sebastian around, they could give me a hand.
Hell yeah.
Even though, I don't think he'll ever go out again. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, that's probably about it, eh? Just to have a bit of fun, eh?
Yeah. Well, listen, mate, I'm so looking forward to Belco this year, and thanks for all your years of, being entertaining people, being like sort of like the ambassador of the event and the good vibes too, mate. I love it. Like you spread the good vibes. You set the standard. I'm
going to start like the petition to get the fucking the fishing hole back with the song on it.
Yes, dude. That's what we were talking about before you. Now I remember. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah. There's like good and bad things about fucking how big it's got now as well or whatever. Because like I used to do all the high ethics.
Yeah.
Then like it started getting different, and the boys wanted to do a little bit with it, and I was like, I'll always do it, and then I've gone back to doing them again now. But then I've also come up with ideas. It's because the bowl jam's so big now, they can't be done. You know what I mean? Like, so remember, did you see the one I had? It was rad. The one that Ethan stacked caps and that, and had a set of ball bags on it. Yeah, it had those, like, those ball bags that hang out the back of full drawers.
Yeah,
and
that's
that. I had
it.
them on a stick, and dudes were like banging on it, Ethan and fucking RJ and all that. And Reese ended up taking the balls home with him. But then after it got a little bit bigger, I came up with I wanted like the stick with the dildo on it. So the boys had to go up, nose bonking on it, ding, give the the rubber dildo a bit of a whack, ding, 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 ding. But then like by then it got too big and there was too many kids and you can't do that shit. You know what I mean? So that's something like that's something bad about it, like getting bad. You know what I mean? You got to like watch what you do for high air stick, which is not a bad problem to have anyway. But you know what I mean? I just wanted to tell you that I was going to do a high air stick with a dildo one day, but it got canned.
I feel like the Dickosaurus is perfect for that.
Yeah, I know. So would I. Who would have thought? But Jim Fairley didn't think it'd be a great idea. So he's usually my barometer. Like I come up with heaps of ideas and things like that, and Jim tells me whether I can do them or not. And if he says no, I don't really argue him. I just go, all right, yeah. No worries. So, yeah, all right. Well, yeah, no worries. I'll see you at Bowl Jam.
Mate, you're a legend. And listen, if you see Cons, give him a high five. Help him out with Sebastian the Pirate, and make sure you go and watch him at the leg wrestling. He's got to get his title back. And
I'm Shan. I'm calling you out, sucker.
Who's that?
See you on the top Shan, mate. The old chicken leg. It'll be the second time he wins on the big stage to an Australian. Don't worry about that, mate. Fucking boom, I'm calling you out, Top Shan.
You heard it here first, everybody. Mr. Cons, you legend, Belco icon. See you, brother.
See you, mate.
You.